And for more now on President Trump's order to resume nuclear weapons testing, I'm joined now by national security expert and author Joe Cirincione. Joe, thanks so much for joining us. A lot of your work focuses on nuclear nonproliferation. What, in your view, is the danger of restarting nuclear tests?
Well, the United States currently enjoys an advantage in nuclear technology, nuclear knowledge. We have conducted over 1,000 nuclear tests since the very first in 1945, more than all other countries combined. So we now use that knowledge to use our advanced supercomputers and other techniques to simulate nuclear tests, to model nuclear tests. We don't need to explode these nuclear weapons anymore. If the president is serious about this and starts nuclear testing again, other countries will undoubtedly follow. Russia, as you just noted, will start testing again. China's only conducted 45 tests. They would love to test again and break the moratorium. India, Pakistan will soon follow. The president may have inadvertently started a dangerous new phase of the nuclear arms race that we're in currently.
If the U.S. does move ahead with testing, more testing, how would it work and where would it take place?
Well, first, you can't do it immediately. Our nuclear test site in Nevada has been shut down for almost 20 years. The scientists there estimate it would take a good 36 months to open it up again and do nuclear testing. Now, this testing in Nevada is fiercely opposed by the people who live in Nevada, people who live downwind from these previous nuclear tests and have suffered severe increases in cancer rates and other health problems because of the nuclear tests we've had. You've seen the representatives, the senators and the representatives of Nevada come out strongly against this proposal. It's not something you can do immediately. It's certainly no political, scientific, or technical reasons why we have to start testing again.
Of course, there are levels to this. Tell us about the difference between flight testing and explosives testing and the difference between strategic and tactical weapons.
Right, exactly. So the president seems confused about this. No other country right now is doing explosive nuclear testing. In fact, in this century, no country has tested nuclear weapons except North Korea, which conducted 6 nuclear tests. So the president, and that's one of the reasons they're considered a rogue nation. They're the ones who have broken the international norm. So what you have seen is people testing delivery vehicles, some of the missiles you see going off right now, things that could carry nuclear weapons, but of course don't in tests. The president seems to think a nuclear test might involve a missile or a bomber. And of course, we do the same thing. So everybody's doing that. The difference between a tactical and a strategic nuclear weapon is basically one of range. The weapon is the same size. You get the same size blast, but it's whether you're delivering it over a few hundred miles, or in the case of the United States, you're getting intercontinental ballistic missiles that can travel 6 or so thousands of miles to reach their targets.
How do we know that weapons function correctly if they're not tested?
Well, because of the data we've done and because the number of tests that we've done, we have a very deep scientific basis of all this. And we continue to do tests of the mechanics of a nuclear warhead. We test everything except the actual explosion. That we can simulate with our supercomputers. And we conduct what's called subcritical tests, small amounts of nuclear material that we test before it can go into a chain reaction. We shut it down. That's permitted under the treaty. Scientists at the national laboratories have certified for years, every year, that our nuclear weapons are safe, reliable, and effective. We don't need to start blowing them up again. We know that they work.
Joe Cirincione, we thank you so much for your time and insight. Really appreciate it.
Thank you, Linsey.